Tonight on the Black Channel. All right, let's go ahead and give a very brief recap here. Last night's program about the Democrats wanting to get into podcasting, thinking they'll reverse their fortunes. YouTube put I won't say copyright strike on it, but they basically put a copyright claim on it. So, and the video was blocked. So I put in a dispute about that. So we're waiting for that to go through. So all hands up, we didn't see that coming. All hands up, we didn't see that coming. So anyway, waiting for that to go ahead and clear up. So for those of you who saw about last night's program, yeah, that's going on there. But that's okay. We are still on their asses here. And that brings us to Fani Willis here. What? All right, y'all. Well, for those of you who did not know, there is a little bit of news about her involved here. And if you thought that Trump was finished loading people up on the pain train, oh, no. We got it. He's still rolling on over here.
We are following some breaking news tonight at 6 as a judge has now ordered Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to pay more than $54,000 for violating the Open Records Act. Zach Merchant with our 11 Alive political team broke the story. And Zach, you just got a copy of that court order. What have you learned here?
We did. We just got a hold of this Fulton County Superior Court order just in the last roughly 15 to 20 minutes. In it, Judge Rachel Krause rules that DA Fani Willis violated the State Open Records Act by failing to turn over documents requested by defense attorney Ashley Merchant. The judge wrote that the defendants, the Fulton County DA's office, were openly hostile to Merchant and failed to handle her requests in good faith. Merchant had sought a copy of confidentiality agreements signed by DA's office employees, as well as a list of attorneys hired by DA Willis. Judge Krause today gave the district attorney 30 days to pay Merchant $54,000. Damn! Merchant $54,000. Willis. Judge Krause today gave the district attorney 30 days to pay Merchant $54,000 in attorney's fees and to turn over those requested files. Spokespeople for the DA's office did not immediately.
So there you have it. The judge has said that Fani's got to pay Ashley Merchant. She's got to pay $54,000. She said, look here, you're going to have to take Nathan Wade on you and Nathan Wade going to have to work some overtime and pay for your own cruises in a couple years because 54 G's. You're going to have to turn that over to Ashley Merchant. And that was all as a result of their attempt to indict Trump there. So you saw how that happened. Trump, some of his co-defendants, as you know, they're the ones who found out about Fani Willis's dalliance with Nathan Wade. So Fani Willis was trying to play hardball, and they're like, oh, don't worry, we come back and catching up with everybody. We are coming back and catching up with everybody. Now, do you think this happens if Trump does not get elected president? I doubt it severely. I don't think this happens if he doesn't get elected. If Trump lost the election, this right here doesn't happen. So, but Trump did win the election, and now all of a sudden, everybody who was doing big things is like, oh, no. Justice is going to move swift the other direction. It's going to move swift the other direction. Now, I want to go ahead and give a brief recap about this because Fani Willis, I want you, folks, remember when Paul Howard was the DA in Atlanta, and just a brief recap on that. Paul Howard was not popular in the legal community in Atlanta. So for folks who didn't live in Atlanta, you know, there was a lot of negative stuff, you know, perception going on about Paul Howard during his time as DA. A lot of folks in the legal community didn't like him. A lot of folks said he was corrupt, this, that, and the other. So there were a lot of headwinds against him. But when you see the police and everybody else here championing a candidate like Fani Willis, who has demonstrated her absolute overwhelming incompetence. Folks, has this woman won a case? Young Thug, Donald Trump, has this woman won a case? Is there any case that she's put on that has not turned into Damn Me, Barnum and Bailey, complete with trapeze artists and a midget standing on top of an elephant? Everything this woman touches, every case that she's tried to prosecute, has been a zoo. I mean, this is all she does all the time. So it's not like you're dealing with Johnny Cochran or something here. This woman, I mean, her cases make international headlines for not winning. And it kind of makes you wonder now, why is it that the police and all these other folk were backing her so heavy then? And I submit to you that this is the reason why. This is the reason. Because they knew that she was incompetent. They knew she was a buffoon. They knew that she was just as inept as we've seen. So they were like, if we got to back somebody, back the incompetent one. Back the chick here who couldn't catch you. If she had a wet paper bag, go ahead and support her. And I think when you take a look at her track record, they're like, look here, man, she couldn't put nobody in jail if you gave her 5 pairs of handcuffs, a squad car, a CNI dog, and an armed escort. She's not going to be able to do it. So if we're going to support somebody who can't win anything. And I submit to you, that's exactly what you've seen. The only thing she can do is plea bargain cases and drop cases. She hasn't demonstrated she can actually win anything. And I submit to you that that's why they supported her, because they knew she was this incompetent. And now she is suffering the consequences of it here. They've already started there. Let me tell you, $54,000 ain't nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that came around quick there. $54,000 here, hold this bill. I don't know if Nathan Wade is going to chip in a few dollars for that. What? I don't know if Nathan Wade's going to chip in any money on what she owes. I don't know if he's going to do that or if he's going to look at her like, what did you expect me to do? And she's like, hey, we got the bill. Listen, oh, heifer, we ain't got nothing. The judge said your name. I thought you was my man. Look here, baby. Relationship ended the cash register. What you saying? I'm saying all money in, no money out. That's what I'm saying. All money in, no money out. I suggest you do some overtime and pay that $54,000. I got kids and child support to take care of. I can't be throwing no $54,000 around. Ain't nobody tell you not to get that woman them damn paperwork, no way. You should have gone ahead and gave it to her. So, like I say, yeah, you stick around here long enough and you start seeing that happen. In case you thought it wasn't going to be, you start sticking around long enough and you start seeing that happen. So, no, they are going back over their Rolodex and grabbing folks who thought they were off the hook. It's like, no. Come here. We want to holler at you right quick. So here's $54,000. Don't be surprised if it keeps going. Somebody said, can she pay the fines with the money she has in her bank?
Auntie, chill.
Well, she might call DJ Deuce or whatever and see if she can borrow a few bills from him. Yeah, she might call DJ Deuce, see if she can borrow a few bills from him. I've been saying it for weeks now, folks. I've been saying it for weeks. If you thought this was going to go easy and pretty, no, it wasn't. What did you think was going to happen with you messing with the President of the United States? What did you think was going to occur? She will be lucky if she's not in prison when this is over. I meant what I said, folks. Cash Patel and Pam Bondi, they are going over every damn thing. You already got Elon Musk looking through social security numbers and everything else. They're already looking over everything. So no, we got to talk about this. I would not be surprised if this is just the first among many. I wouldn't be surprised at all. They're worrying about Donald Trump. You need to be worrying about the state legislature and the governor. That's what you need to be worrying about. Speaking of what you need to be worried about here, oh, there are some folks out there who are finding things out the hard way here. Oh, they find out some things the hard way. What are they saying? The Trump administration is deporting Venezuelans. They say they're members of Trinidad and Tobago, but despite court orders, says judge has no authority. And y'all, I'm telling you, they grabbing them. They grabbing them and saying, look here, let me get you on this plane right quick. Let me get you on this plane right quick. Now, the footage you see on your screen, I don't think this is the ones who were sent down there. But that's that place down there in El Salvador. They built that prison that can hold 40,000 inmates. That's that prison where they can hold 40,000 inmates. And they told Trump, yeah, we can hold a few thousand more. We can take a few thousand more down here. So bring them on in. Bring them on in. So, yeah, buddy, I'm telling you. They're grabbing them left, right, and center and saying, look here, we got a place to put you. The judge said we can't go, dude. Damn a judge. Damn a judge. So Trump is like, look here, by the time the judge calls us, the plane's in the air. There are going to be some folks who don't like that. There are going to be some people who don't like that right there. And they'll be calling us for assistance here. No. And don't really got nothing to do with that. Don't really have anything to do with that. Yeah, 40,000 is a sports stadium. 40,000 is a sports stadium. Like your average prison only holds like 500 or 1,000 inmates. 40,000 is a sports arena. 40,000 is a sports stadium. And he's like, look here, this is just the first 200 we sent it. So, I mean, he's like Guantanamo Bay, El Salvador, Siberia, the dark side of the moon. Wherever they got an extra piece of earth that's not in America, you going. That's where you going to be. So let me tell you right now, folks, people thinking about crossing the border, they thinking about this right now. Think about that for a few moments. You thinking about crossing the border, thinking it's like the good old days. Well, don't worry. If I get caught, they'll send me back to Tijuana. Trump is like, oh, no. Tijuana is too damn nice. We got illegal air, nonstop flight to El Salvador. Think about that for a few moments. You snuck into the U.S., you working at Taco Bell, you hanging out in one of them apartment complexes. They done grab your ass and you thinking you going back to Mexico. Or you going back to Venezuela, and they're like, oh, no. We making the stop before we get to Venezuela. No, you ain't going back to Venezuela. That's too nice. You can go back to Venezuela if you can break out of El Salvador.
And deal with it.
You can go back to Venezuela if you can escape from this prison in El Salvador. If you can get out of there, then you can go back to Venezuela. Boy, I'm telling you. So that certainly sends a message right there. You come to the U.S., ain't no telling what will happen to you. There is no telling what will occur to you if you come skipping your happy ass up here now. It's like, okay, you come up here thinking it's going to be all sweet and fun and games. And well, don't worry, if they kick me out, they'll just give me a free ride back home. And Trump is like, oh, no. We dropping your ass off in the middle of the freeway somewhere. Middle of the freeway? Yeah, the middle of the freeway in Guam. The middle of the freeway down in Nicaragua somewhere. We dropping you off down there. So yes, that sends a very, very clear message. And I was looking around for the protests. I was looking around for man, you have more people protesting about their federal government jobs getting cut than you are about this. There's nobody hitting the streets. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Remember that thing, day without a Mexican and day without an illegal? Man, look at the economy just rolling on. Oh boy, that went bad quick, didn't it? You know, if you kick us all out, who will do the jobs? Okay. Plane just full. Plane got so many people in it that damn near can't take off the ground. Can't book an extra ticket, can't nothing. Plane is so damn full, the ass is scraping the runway when it takes off. What are we going to do without y'all? It's going to be more open freeways. Man. I ain't worrying about that. So, like I say, they've been calling people, the NAACP, trying to figure out if they can get some extra money out of it or whatever, and it ain't coming. That's not happening. And if you thought that somebody else was going to help, you know that's not going to be occurring there either. Maxine Waters and Chuck Schumer and whatnot, Trump is putting through the new budget, and Chuck Schumer done caved on that. So, well, there you go. There you go. And there's a lesson to be learned from this, people. There's a lesson to be learned from this. This is what you do when you're in charge. This is the way you run it. You're sparing no blows. They're making no excuses. They're giving everybody the business. You're putting everybody on notice. It's a new day. It's a new day. Now, I want to go to this other part here because there's a reason why I'm bringing this up now. There's a reason why I'm bringing up this particular part of it. The reason why I'm bringing up this particular part of it is this is kind of important. Trump is deporting people. You talking about you got judges saying you can't do that. And Trump is like, look here, if the judge can fly up to that plane and deliver these papers, we'll bring it back now. Unless you can do that, we're rolling on out. And there's a point I want to make here. There's a point I want to make because this is a trial balloon too. If Trump is willing to ignore a judge's order in one area, if you're Fani Willis, you got to be kind of nervous right now. If you're Fani Willis and some of the Democrats, you got to be kind of nervous right now. You got to be kind of nervous. How are things going to go from here? What's going to be the law? Who going to uphold it? Who you going to complain to? People, who are you going to call and complain to? This man runs the FBI, the CIA, the Department of Injustice. Who you going to call? So some of these folks who didn't think they had to do anything for us, and they were asking the question, well, what's the worst that could happen? I'm like, oh, this right here can happen. And it is not because I'm a fan of Donald Trump, because I damn sure am not. But what I'm saying is that, by the way, if the Democrats would like to practice injustice, I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get the injustice thing popping for everybody. If you are going to be the Democrat Party, and if the Democrat Party are going to be the champions of injustice and benign neglect and backstabbing and double dealing and double crossing, if that is who you are going to be, cool. Then we are going to make sure that everybody has to live under injustice, not just us. So now they can sit around and go over their tax records and hope that Kash Patel is not sitting up on the weekend preparing a case against them. Because you can only imagine that's what the hell they've been doing for the last 4 years. Sitting around saying, boy, if I had some real authority, guess what I would do? Okay, now they got some real authority. I'll be damned. There's got to be a whole bunch of people sitting around looking over their files and looking over their tax returns and wondering if anybody's going to go over these things. Because let me tell you, the scariest words for a corrupt politician or somebody on the take is IRS audit. Those are the two deadliest words you can hear if you've been financially trying to cheapskate or be financially slick. IRS audit. Do you really want them folks slipping through your files and looking through things? We already know that Fani Willis has been doing some things that could be considered suspicious with her money. Does Fani Willis really want the IRS peeking through them files and seeing what's really going on? And please understand, it would be perfectly legal. What? It would be perfectly legal. I need y'all to understand that. It would be perfectly legal if Trump's Justice Department and the IRS start looking through Fani Willis's paperwork. It would be perfectly legal. We were suspicious based on some things we saw. It would be perfectly legal if they did that. Perfectly legal. She's got to be worried about some things. Alvin Bragg has got to be a little nervous tonight. Letitia James has got to be a little nervous tonight. Nancy Pelosi is a little nervous tonight. Whole bunch of folks are kind of nervous there. They were expecting us to come swooping in and save them from all this, and we just said, yeah, we ain't got something else to do tonight. I got to cut the grass tonight. Jason, it's 2 a.m. You can't let it get up too high now. Can't let it get up too high. Did you know that this was going to happen, Jason? I figured something like this would occur. They wanted to play a game of chicken. And we heard what they said. They were saying, well, what are the realistic chances that y'all are going to stay home and let the consequences roll? These are the chances. Right here. It looks like this. It's all right. We're willing to play chicken with your lives. You've been playing games with ours. We are now willing to play chicken with yours. So Trump is just circling around this. Look, it's not going to be any protests. It's not going to be no taking to the streets. It's not going to be any demonstrations. If the man come get Fani Willis, the man come get her. If the man come get Hakeem Jeffries, the man come get him. If the man come and gets Nancy Pelosi, the man come get him. You're not going to have any of us getting upset and making a bunch of videos and, oh, this ain't right. No, it's going to be none of that. It's going to be none of that. And they know it. It will be none of that from our side of the world. We are not going to be sitting up here hurting ourselves to do anything. Those folks had their chance. They've had their chance over the last 20 years, and they want to play this damn political game where they are Republican light. And we don't have to do nothing for y'all but Medicare and scholarships. Well, Fani Willis here, get some damn Medicaid.
And deal with it, nigga.
Fani Willis, I ain't got nothing for you but a scholarship and some Medicaid. That's all I got for you. I ain't got nothing else. Maybe we can enroll you in some nursing classes. Maybe we can see about getting the Innocence Project for you here. I ain't really got nothing else I can give you. That's all you all have for us? Okay, this is all I got for you. This is all I got for you. Hell of a position to be in when you have the most activist, antagonistic president in definitely in modern history, if not American history, period. And you're looking for us to jump up and say something. See, here's what's supposed to happen, y'all. Right now, we're supposed to be igniting some of that George Floyd energy. That's what they're expecting. We're supposed to be igniting some of that George Floyd energy. And even though some of the white supremacists over there on the right are telling themselves that that day is over, it's not that that day is over. It is that we haven't seen any, there's nothing going on with the Democrats that inspires us to get up and do that. The Democrats haven't done anything that inspires us to come to their aid like that. So that's the reason why you're not seeing that right now. There's nothing about them that is inspiring us or motivating us or encouraging us to go up and go do nothing like that. So it's not that the heart is dead. It's just like, it's not for you. The heart is still there and that energy is still there. It's just not there for this. It's not there for this and it's not there for those people. So the guys on the right and the alt-right and the white supremacists and whatnot, they're of course going to misread everything. And that is exactly what we want. We want them to be stupid and ignorant and misread things. We want them to overreach. We want them to miscalculate. We want them to misinterpret. We want them to claim that it's all clear sailing. It is not. Not even close. But we want them to believe that they too are safe and then to lull themselves into a false sense of security. I'm perfectly fine by that. Say all the highfalutin, pie in the sky garbage that you want to. It's not going to overturn math or reality, but say that if you want to. You're so cute over there talking stupid. With the Democrats, we warned the Democrats what would occur. They were trying to tell us, oh, Trump going to come after y'all. Okay, is he going to come after us more than you have? What's Trump going to do to us that you weren't already doing? And, well, you know, I mean, it's tough. It's rough on us. We can't really do nothing. Okay, well, now it's Donald Trump. We need to say something. It's rough on us. We can't really do nothing. It's rough on us over here. We can't really do anything. Let them keep going ahead and rifling through USAID and the IRS, and let them go ahead and look over your tax returns, and let them go ahead and do all that. And if they find something, don't come crying to us. If they find something, don't come crying to us. Go call some illegal aliens. See, that's who they invested in. I want y'all to understand, I'm not rambling tonight. I'm going ahead and threading all these needles for you here. Folks, they spent the last 10, 15 years investing in illegals. Remember? That was who they were looking out for. Especially the last 5 years. They've been looking out for the illegals. Remember Joe Biden, you black folks need to look out. Y'all need to rally behind Hispanics. Oh, really? Okay, well, that was what you invested in. You invested in that. You put all your chips into that. Okay, well, now you're going to have to hold that. You're going to have to hold that. That was what you've been investing in. Those are who you've been propping up. You've been passing the bag to them. You've been passing the dollars to them. You've invested in them. Okay, you need to go call your investment. You need to go call them. Let them come bail you out. That's who you need to call, is the folks you've been investing in. Because when we show up, you talk stupid and you try to play dumb. Okay, well, we all gonna play dumb. But just remember, Trump's FBI is not after us. He's not looking for us. All they're doing is looking to see how many of y'all they can get, but they're not looking for us. So the Democrats thought that LGBT and illegal aliens, that's who they need to invest in. Okay, well, damn it, get your ass over there and call the LGBT and the illegal aliens and see how much help they can give you. And let me say one more thing. If Trump starts marching folks out of Congress in handcuffs, so be it.
And deal with it, nigga.
If Trump starts marching folks out of Congress in handcuffs, so be it. So be it, because the Democrats wanted to act indifferent when they saw that happening to us. They didn't think we needed to be invested in. They wanted to play political games. Well, damn it, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let them go ahead and do that. And then we'll see if folks take things more seriously if you start talking stupid to us in 2026 and 2028. Let's see if you're going to continue talking stupid. Because please understand something. There's not a single one of us listening right now who is going to lose a wink of sleep if that occurs. There's the crazy part about it. There's not a single one of us who's going to lose a wink of sleep if that occurs. If the man come and get him, none of us are going to lose a iota of sleep. Not a one. Everybody up in here tonight is going to be sleeping like they're on a Serta. Biggest, softest pillows. Every person in here is going to be going to bed like they're sleeping on a big-ass marshmallow. There's not going to be a one of you sitting up talking about, it was rough on me last night. I was just so worried. Who gonna look out for Bernie Sanders? Who gonna look out for Elizabeth Warren? Who gonna look out for Maxine Waters there? I want to know which one of y'all gonna be saying that. I want to know which one of you is gonna be like, Jason, you wrong. It was 3:00 in the morning. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if they grab Chuck Schumer. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was so worried. I'm worried about my kids. And I'm worried about my car, but I'm really worried about Chuck Schumer. If they come and get him, well, Jason, I was up all night. I didn't know what to do. I'm nervous, man. I'm a nervous wreck over here. I want to know which one of you is going to be that person. That's what I want to know. Which one of you is going to be losing sleep? Which one of you is going to be up all night and anxious? Which one of you is going to be pacing the floor at 3 a.m? That's what I want to know. I want to know who in here is going to be pacing the floor at 3 a.m. talking about, Jason, I'm a nervous wreck. What we going to do for Chuck Schumer? I'm trying to figure out which one of you going to say that. Which one of you is doing that? Which one? Let me know. Let me know. So a lot is going on here, man. It is coming fast and furious at them. They're looking for us to step in and say something. There would be no protests. There would be no mass uprisings. There would be no anything. We ain't got nothing to say for you. We ain't got nothing to say for you. Y'all gonna catch hell, man. We've been catching hell. Welcome to our world. We've been suffering injustice in many cases at the hands of the Democrat Party. So I'm perfectly fine sitting back and letting it fall. I'm perfectly fine with that. The time for the Democrats to get motivated was 5 years ago, 2 years ago. That was the time to get motivated. That was it. By the way, in case these black politicians did not notice, by the way, they started knocking y'all off first, by the way. Jamal Bowman, Cori Bush. Every time you look around, they knocking them off, man. Y'all been in the crosshairs. Keisha Bottoms, Lori Thunderbird Lightfoot. Every time you looked around, they was giving y'all the work and giving y'all the business, and you still sitting there kissing their asses. I'm like, okay, go ahead and play that game as if they're going to look out for you. No, they're not. So just a brief reminder here, by the way, if you think we're going to jump in the way, no, we're not. We got better things to do. We got other things to do. How is that investment paying off now? Because let me tell y'all something. Nobody, absolutely nobody would be surprised or ventilated. Let me tell y'all something. If Donald Trump's Justice Department indicts Brandon Johnson, damn, the mayor of Chicago, what do you expect people to do? What do you all think's going to happen? You think you're going to get a bunch of black folk talking about, no, this wrongs. You think that's going to happen? If Donald Trump hands down an indictment against Brandon Johnson, who gonna come running to his defense? Who's gonna hit the streets? Who's gonna protest? Who's going to claim injustice? Who's gonna yell racism? Who's going to yell, that's our man, and y'all can't do that? Is there anybody in Chicago that would be surprised to see it? Is there anyone in Chicago that would sit there and question the indictment or question the charges and say, we're not sure? Is there anyone who would be questioning it, arguing about it, disputing it, talking about, wait a minute, we need to check over this and make sure it's all right? Somebody in the chat room said the immigrants, all right, the illegals. Remember the one who was out there giving folk them messed up edges? Damn! Remember the program I did about that in Chicago? And old boy with his barber chair out there on the sidewalk. Is he still out there, by the way, Chicago? Chicago, is that cat still out there? Because he had a whole barber chair set up on the sidewalk. Never seen it. Is he still out there? Oh, what y'all say? The buses came and got him? All right. Hard to tell. The buses came and got him, maybe? I don't know. But if they come get Brandon Johnson, who y'all think do you think there's going to be any of us sitting here doing podcasts about, the wrongful indictment of Brandon Johnson? It is injustice. They can't do that. I didn't say that I hope they do it. I didn't say that. You all know me. I'm going to call it straight down the middle. If it does occur, I'm going to call it straight down the middle. But I'm going to say one more thing. Don't expect me to do nightly programs giving the blow by blow. I will call it for what it is. I'll call it straight down the middle. I'll say exactly what it is if something like that did occur, but don't expect me to do, this is a Black Channel broadcast special. The arrests of our brother Brandon Johnson. No. It ain't going to be that. No, we will wait till Saturday or Sunday as normal. We will wait till Saturday or Sunday as normal. But I will not be interrupting our regular broadcasting or breaking in with a special report. No, I'm not. I might put up a tweet. Well, they came and got him. Hey, Brandon. If that occurs, how did that multi-million-dollar investment in illegals work out for you? For all the folk who did that, how did that work out for you? Hey, Eric Adams, billions of dollars for illegals in New York City. Kathy Hochul, New York State. By the way, if the man come and get you, how'd that work out for you? Let me be very, very clear. Nobody, no one. There isn't a single person in New York State who is going to express the slightest bit of consternation or dissatisfaction if Kathy Hochul gets indicted. That woman even knows it. She knows there would be nobody unhappy, upset, ventilated, disturbed, agitated, excited, frustrated. She knows ain't nobody coming. She is a good thing that she's all about no bail. Because I'm like, baby, look here, you gonna need that. If they come and get you, you gonna need that. Don't hold them because it's rap. But they invested billions of dollars in illegals. We sat here and told them to cut the check, and they said, don't mind if we do. And then they gave it to every illegal alien they could. Okay, well, I'm like, you know what? All right. When the man come get you, if the man come and get you, don't call us crying, don't nothing. If you think sending a phone call to Roland Martin, if you think that's going to make the streets run out there.
Nigga, please.
Folks, I hope they don't think that making a phone call to D.L. Hughley and Roland Martin is going to motivate the streets. That's how stupid they'll be. They're stupid enough to try. But by the way, you think making a phone call to Roland Martin is going to mobilize the streets? You think making a phone call to D.L. Hughley is going to mobilize the streets? Can y'all imagine Brandon Johnson, calling Roland Martin from prison like R. Kelly? Damn! Like R. Kelly or Suge Knight? Every time you turn around, R. Kelly and Suge Knight is calling somebody on YouTube on the phone. Damn, I ought to get Suge on the phone. He calling everybody else. Might as well call me. He's calling everybody else. He might as well give him to call me too. There's no reason for me to miss out. Let me go ahead and get some content. But if Brandon Johnson is calling him up and oh man, calling from a burner phone. If Brandon Johnson is calling folk up from calling Roland Martin from a burner phone. Yes, Roland, this is injustice and this Donald Trump is a miscarriage of justice and Complete disregard of the Constitution. That's right, Brandon. I tried to tell them fools about this. This is what y'all get. You ever voted for Trump? We got Brandon Johnson on the phone here from Joliet prison. And then you call Roland up and Brandon start stuttering his damn self. Roland be stuttering so damn much. Brandon got to keep it straight and he'll start stuttering. We got Brandon Johnson on the phone from Joliet. Thank you, Roland. Thank you, Roland. Thank you, Roland. I appreciate that. No, you done gave your money. You done gave your money. Y'all gave your investment. All them billions you gave to the illegals. Wait for that investment to come through. That's all you got to do right now. Wait for it to come through. Oh, wait a minute. Breaking news. Your damn investment done got deported. Y'all, ain't that a damn shame? How many of the thousands of people that have gotten deported got all that money from New York, Illinois, California? I want y'all to think about that for a few moments because I'm serious. How many of those thousands of people have been living and eating and every damn thing off for the last 5 years? I'm not even going to go before that, just the last 4 or 5 years. How many of them were recipients of all that money given out in New York and Illinois and all those places? How many of them people that was them? You did all that just for them to get put on a damn plane. Back to Buckwinkle, El Salvador somewhere. Imagine that. You gave them all that money because you were investing in the future, and then a few years later, okay, get your ass on this plane. We taking your ass on Raggedy Ann Airlines. Back you go. Think about that for just a few moments. How many of those people that Brandon Johnson cut the check to and Eric Adams cut the check to and all these people been throwing checks at them and whatnot, making sure they're good, and then now they're on a plane back to somewhere? Think about that for a few moments. That's why I've got no mercy and no pity about that. That's not no game to me. That's not a joke to me. We've been sitting up here with real needs. We're the only people with a legitimate grievance, and they've been trying to act stupid with us. I'm like, oh, hell no. No. Let Trump do whatever he gonna do. Whatever he gonna do. And do not expect the grassroots to sit up here and get ventilated about nothing. Not because we approve of him, but because we're just like, you know what? If nothing is going to get done, if nothing is going to get done that we ask to get done, then damn it, nothing should get done for anybody. That's what we on right now. Everybody wants to keep selling us on the idea that it's okay if nothing gets done for us, so long as something gets done for somebody. Yeah, and we're like, yeah, damn that. Damn that. If nothing's going to get done for us, then damn it, nothing gets done for anybody. Let Trump sit up here and every other day his schizophrenic ass sit up here, tariffs on, tariffs off, tariffs on, tariffs off. I think that fool just sits up here and flips a quarter every morning. Tariffs today, heads tariffs, tails none. Or heads no tariffs, tails tariffs. He don't know. Oh, okay, tariffs today. Get up tomorrow. Oh, hell, heads, no tariffs. I'm repealing the tariffs that I put in yesterday. Wednesday morning, oh, back to tariffs again. Yes, if you got to have a madman in the White House. I'm like, hell yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Just let it ride. I didn't put him there, but I'm not going to fight him over it. Let it ride. Because here's the problem here for the Democrats thought this was the gamble that the Democrats were willing to make. The Democrats were willing to make the gamble that Donald Trump was going to be it. They were willing to make that gamble. They were willing to make the gamble that if they did not actually deliver to us the tangibles we were supposed to have, that, well, we're willing to roll the dice that you're not going to let Trump get in the White House. They were willing to make that gamble. And we just sat back and said, man, let that damn snake eyes come up. So this isn't our fault. The Democrats could have stopped this. They chose not to. And it's like, okay, let them run buck wild on you. Let them do that. And see how entertaining the next few years will be. Because let me tell you right now, politics is supposed to be boring, people. Politics is supposed to be boring. It's supposed to be routine. You're supposed to be knowing what's happening. Man, politics ain't never been so damn exciting. Don't nobody know what's going to occur. All them folks are sitting around. Here's the real crazy part about it. We're going to lawyer up. Man, y'all gave all that away. The Democrats have spent the last 25 years giving all that away. People, how many domestic black sites do we have in America? How many laws have been made to make literally anything you do? There's a law against literally anything you do. There's a law for driving too fast. There's a law for driving too slow. There's a law for making a left turn, for making a right turn. There's a law for paying your taxes. There's a law for not paying your taxes. There's a law for speaking. There's a law for not speaking. There's literally a law they can accuse you of for anything you do. Okay, the Democrats sat back and let this happen. Well, I have privacy. The Democrats gave that away too. Hey, let the feds listen into every damn thing. The feds can listen to your phone calls, no warrant. They can read your emails, no warrant. They can go through your text messages, your DMs on social media, no warrant. Remember, we've been talking about, we here in the New Black Media were the first people to talk about the fact that, by the way, every time the police go kill some black person who's on Facebook Live, the rest of us, we can't get them to respond to a damn thing. Your local police department can get them to turn your damn Facebook account off and turn your Facebook Live off. Remember Corin Gaines? She was just the biggest example. She wasn't the first and she wasn't the only. That's the way they've been doing it is, okay, well, if we want to turn the feed off, we can. If we want to turn the social media off, we can. We're going to do it right now. So you can't do it yourself, but the law enforcement and the government can look through your files, look through your social media, turn things on, turn things off. And we're just like, the Democrats are responsible for that. They've been going along with it the whole damn time. Now there's somebody's talking about coming after them. Now all of a sudden they want to get motivated to protect these things. I'm like, no. Too late for that. Too late. You spent the last 2.5 decades co-signing and rubber stamping all of these policies. All of these policies, you spent the last 25 years rubber stamping them ever since 9/11. Actually, before 9/11. Carnivore and Echelon. For those of you who remember Bill Clinton and Janet Reno, Carnivore and Echelon. Let me give you all a brief reminder about that with Carnivore and Echelon for landline phone service. Please remember, and yet you really have to count those two together to have the entire picture of its capability. But folks, they had the ability for your landline phones. They had the ability to track every phone number you called, including the incomplete ones. What? Folks, if you called somebody or if you didn't call them, you just typed in the moment you pick up your phone, they can monitor it. I'm talking about for landline phones. The moment that you picked up your landline phone, they could monitor it. The moment you took it off the hook, they could monitor everything that was happening with it. They could monitor who you called. They could also monitor if you called an incomplete number. If you just dialed the first 3 numbers of the person's phone number and then hung the phone up, they can see those 3 numbers you dialed. Even if I never complete the call, you don't have to complete the call. Every time you operate your landline phone, they can see everything that's done with it. They can listen through the phone lines. You can go Google phone freaking, phreaking. That used to be a hobby that people had, that you can listen to people's phone calls. You can use the phone. You can actually utilize the phone receiver without them ever picking the phone up. For those of you who did not know, for your landline telephones, you could go look it up for yourselves. For those of you who are old enough, you remember the hobby they call phone freaking. But you could access somebody's phone without them ever picking it up. You can listen. You can turn the receiver on remotely without them ever picking the phone up. While folks are sitting there talking about their televisions, monitoring them. But by the way, your landline phones have been able to do that for decades. Decades. And with your smartphones, we already know they can do that. Your smartphones ain't nothing but spy devices. Just go look up the Israelis and Pegasus. Now, here's the crazy thing about it. Everybody points their fingers. The poster children for violating your privacy through the phone is the Israelis and Pegasus. Here's the issue. The Israelis didn't invent that. We had apps that could go through the smartphones way before the Israelis. Now, with these, what everybody's giving them credit for this, that they can be on the other side of the world and they can basically access your phone remotely anywhere in the world with no software required. They don't. Now with Pegasus 2, it used to be with Pegasus, they had to send you a text message and then they could access the phone. You didn't have to open the text message, but they had to complete the circuit by successfully sending the message to your phone. Once your phone received it, now Pegasus could access it. Pegasus 2 doesn't have to do that anymore. Pegasus 2 can access your cell phone remotely by walking the signals and packets back through the cellular phone network. So it's really the cell phone networks that we use are completely compromised. By the way, you all do know that the FBI said that we all need to stop using text messages, right? What? In case you didn't know that. In case folks weren't aware of that. Yeah, that's what they said. They said that. In case somebody knew about that. Yeah, they said that it's because it's been hacked by the Chinese or whatever. That folks need to use, using your email, using your text messages is compromised there. That's what they were saying about that. So they were saying that you'd be better if you have really sensitive stuff. You should use something like WhatsApp. And it's like, are you serious? Are you serious? Let me go ahead and get that up for you here right quick. No, there's some of y'all who don't believe this. Let me go show this. Let me put this on your screens. This is not Jason Black talking. This is NBC News. This is NBC News. Take a look on your screens. You can go Google this for yourselves. By the way, this is NBC News, people. This is not me saying it. This is NBC News. You can take a look at CBS. This is NBC News telling you this. Back in December, they said how to make sure texts and calls are encrypted after FBI security warning about Chinese. Let me go ahead and bring this down a little bit so you can see. This is NBC News, people. But you can Google this. This is not me making it up on the fly. This is NBC News, and any of you can go Google this right now. I'm sure some of you remember it happening. They reported back in December, but that was just the second or third one, folk. It's been happening all over the damn place. But listen to the advice that they give, folks. I want you to listen to the advice they give. How to make sure text and phone calls are encrypted after the FBI security warning about Chinese hackers. Federal officials, now this was back in December here, 3-4 months ago. Federal officials warned Tuesday that a massive Chinese hacking operation against American telecommunications companies, against the telecoms people, not against you and me, but against AT&T and Verizon. They're going straight to the source. So AT&T and Verizon are insecure Their services are not secured, and because they have not invested in it, because the CEOs get paid. Let me tell y'all something, people. If you're a CEO getting paid $30-40 million a damn year, shouldn't we have the most bulletproof, bomb-proof, rocket-proof, nuclear bomb-proof telecom system on the planet?
Auntie, chill.
If you getting paid $20-30 million damn dollars, how in the hell is it that your system is not completely rock solid? What the hell are you getting paid for? You getting $20-30 million a damn year, and the system is so damn insecure that 3-5-year-olds at a daycare could crack the damn thing? But you're getting paid $30-40 million a year? So you're making more money in a year than your employees will make in 1,000 years. And yet you're the most incompetent person here. If you're getting paid that kind of money, isn't it your job to make sure this doesn't happen? If you're getting $30 million a damn year, shouldn't it be an assumption that your job is to make sure that precisely this doesn't happen? Then what are you being paid for? Somebody said DEI. Don't worry. Now, you don't worry. You're not going to find Charlie Kirk or any of the white supremacists. You're not going to find them to say, by the way, the unqualified guys, Charlie Kirk, by the way, the unqualified guys are already here. But he said, well, they can be unqualified. They're white. But yeah, now he's not saying a word about that. Just thought we'd throw that out there. It says encryption is a technology that scrambles a message and requires a key to be able to see or hear it. Different app makers and platforms have used the technology in various forms for more than a decade, so governments and hackers that intercept them as they pass through telecommunications infrastructure will see only gibberish. While adopting the technology has historically prompted complaints from law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, including the Democrats, it's also a way people can communicate more privately. Telecommunications companies tend to temporarily store call and SMS, that's text messages, which phone number called or text which and when. Now let me read that one more time so it makes a little more sense. Telecommunication companies tend to temporarily store call and SMS records, which phone number called or text which and when, and they briefly store the contents of SMS texts. However, audio, however, is generally not recorded. Generally, but it can be. That means it's easier for hackers like those in the Chinese campaign, which Microsoft has nicknamed Salt Typhoon, to get massive amounts of data on phone records and some stored text messages, but they have to be targeted in listening to specific phone calls as they happen. For everyday consumers, the simplest way to send encrypted messages or make encrypted calls is to use communication apps like Signal or WhatsApp that have implemented end-to-end encryption between other Signal and WhatsApp users. Damn! Now, folks, this was actually what they're saying here. This was actually what the FBI was saying to do. The FBI is saying, oh, well, yeah, because the telecommunication systems are so insecure and unsecured here, we can't secure those. But, if you use an app like Signal and WhatsApp, those apps that we said we don't want you using because we can't crack the encryption, although they actually can. Don't let them fool you about that. They can. So this is what they're saying, folks. First, they tell you that they want to ban these apps because they're encrypted. And then they're telling you, by the way, your phone calls and text messages on the public telecommunication systems are completely unsecured. They can be hacked by anybody. So if you actually want secured stuff, all these outlaw and renegade apps that the government has been trying to get rid of all this time, now they're letting you know, oh yeah, by the way, that's because regular phone calls and text messages are completely not secure. Completely not. So WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, there's a bunch of others out there. So this is not Jason Black talking, people. This is the government. They're saying they're giving you these suggestions, but in the other stories you can see this is the FBI, and these folks said, if you really want to have secure text messages, using phone and text messages, that's not the way to secure them. You need to use an app that actually has end-to-end encryption, because your text messages and your phone calls through AT&T and Verizon and Sprint are not encrypted. Now, isn't that amazing, people? The biggest, richest companies can't do what individuals who set up private apps are doing. People who put up an app on the App Store. Meanwhile, AT&T, a multi-billion-dollar company, Verizon, a multi-billion-dollar company, Sprint and T-Mobile, multi-billion-dollar companies, and they can't secure your phone calls or your text messages while they get paid insane amounts of money. But somebody writing an app on the App Store can make your stuff secured. Isn't that interesting? The one that they wanted us all using is not secured, and the outlaw apps, now they're admitting, oh yeah, those would actually secure you. So this is NBC News telling you Signal and WhatsApp automatically protect all their messages that way with Signal's encryption, which cryptographers find among the best that are commercially available. Even without apps like Signal and WhatsApp, many Americans frequently text with end-to-end encryption turned on, even if they don't know it. And like I say, but the bottom line is they're letting you know that your telephone calls and your text messages, it's not encrypted. They've been looking at it for years. And the Democrats let them do it. Hell, the Democrats signed off on it. The Patriot Act, and then when Obama got into office and doubled down on it, they've been throwing our rights. They've been through those away. So if Trump does come after them, whose fault is that going to be? These are the same folk who gave the government these powers. These are the same folk who gave the government these powers. They either did it under George W. Bush or they did it under Barack Obama, but these are the folks who signed off on it and agreed to vote to give the government these powers, to listen to all their phone calls. They thought that the government was only going to be listening to our phone calls. Well, guess what? Donald Trump and his merry band of outlaws, they're now in the White House, and now they're listening to their phone calls. They're looking through their text messages. They're looking through their emails. They're going over their DMs. Y'all listen to where I'm about to take this. Does anybody remember Anthony Weiner?
What? Damn!
Oh, does anyone remember Congressman Anthony Weiner? Let's hear it for New York. Does anyone remember Congressman Anthony Weiner? Oh boy, some of y'all do. Oh, I see some of you do. Some of you remember Congressman Anthony Weiner. Yes, sir. Anthony Weiner helped to put Twitter on the map. He helped to put Twitter on the map. No, he was not governor, but he helped to put Twitter on the map, remember? Because he accidentally sent a inappropriate picture of himself. He thought he was sending it by DM, but he was actually sending it on his timeline. He thought he was sending it to the chick in her Twitter DMs. He was actually sending it on his timeline. Things were new. I'm assuming he was doing it from the app on his phone, and that's still stupid, but he thought he was sending some naked pictures there to her DMs, and he sent it to the TM. So he sent it to the timeline. Yeah, buddy. Now, that was just the one that showed up on the timeline, and we all know that Joe Biden's White House was literally working hand in hand with Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, which is why I tell a bunch of y'all, don't be messaging me on those apps. I'm not going to respond to you. That's Fedbook. It ain't Facebook, that's Fedbook. Don't ask me to respond to you over there on Fedbook. So I'm letting y'all know, by the way, if that's what Anthony Weiner was doing that we saw, how much was he doing that we didn't see? And that we now know the government certainly has access to it. They got access to it. What else is going on with Chuck Schumer? What else is going on with Maxine Waters? What's happening in Jasmine Crockett's DMs?
Auntie, chill.
What's happening with Cory Booker, man? Can y'all imagine what's happening in Cory Booker's DMs? Can y'all imagine his emails and text messages to whoever? I'm not saying that he's texting Andrew Gillum. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, can you imagine who Cory Booker is messaging and what their messages look like? Can y'all imagine what that looks like on his phone and his apps and his DMs? Can you imagine what his is looking like, what his text messages looking like? Can you imagine what his text messages are looking like? I want y'all to think right now, Kash Patel going every damn one of them damn things.
Damn!
Think about Cory Booker and his DMs. Think about Kamala Harris. Oh man, can y'all imagine what's happening in Kamala Harris's DMs? What's happening on Kamala Harris's text messages? Oh man, can you imagine what's happening there? Can you imagine what's happening in her DMs and her text messages? Or somebody go flipping through them pages? I'm not talking about from 20 years ago. I'm talking about from 20 months ago. Was Kamala telling all her friends about, Joe Biden crazy, right?
Damn!
Can y'all imagine that? Kamala Harris's DMs telling her friends, girl, that debate that happened there, y'all should have seen he was stumbling around the damn White House eating cat food before he went out there on that damn debate stage. I just stayed my ass home. I knew it was going to go down just like that. Could you all imagine? Can you all imagine what's in her text messages and what she been saying to people? You all thought I was talking about naked pictures. No. I'm talking about spilling the tea. I'm talking about spilling the tea. Joe doesn't even run the White House. He won't even let me look at the damn computers there. His son be running the White House. Him and his crackhead friends. I'm like, oh, do tell. Do tell, Kamala. Oh, say more. Don't say less, say more. His son was doing cocaine with some hookers in the damn Lincoln bedroom. And we found some cocaine in the White House? Hey, didn't they find some cocaine in the White House? Oh, hell, well, this explains a lot. This explains a lot. I'm just saying, people, the Democrats gave these folks that kind of power because they thought that the government was going to be spying on everyone except them. I'm like, okay, now the government has that power. I'll be damned. We going full Joseph Stalin. They're going to go ahead and start looking at you. They're going to start looking at you now. And you think we're going to show up in D.C. and justice for Chuck Schumer? What? Justice for Cory Booker? Man, look here. I want to know which nigga gonna buy a Greyhound ticket to D.C. for that. I want to know which one of y'all gonna do that. Which one of you is going to be buying some Greyhound bus tickets for the March for Justice on Congress? The March for Justice for Congress. That's what I want to find out. The March for Justice for the Congressional Black Caucus. I want to know which one of you is buying the Greyhound bus ticket for that one. Jason, I've been on the bus now for 22 hours, but it's very, very important that we be seen in D.C. I want to know which one of you going to be making that trip. So we can go ahead and get that one out the way. Who going to be doing that? I wouldn't advise it, but you might disagree. Therefore, we're going to go ahead and get the Zoom up and going for you here. We're going to get the Zoom up and going for you here tonight, so you'll be able to go ahead and join us for that here also. I want to thank everybody who has contributed to tonight's program on PayPal, Super Chat, Venmo. Shout out to Karen B. She gave 50 gift memberships.
I told you all that I was the greatest of all time. I told you today I'm still the greatest of all time.
Thank you very much, Karen. I appreciate that. She gave the gift that keeps on giving. We appreciate that. Shout out here to Cyberdon 100 and Fats Man here also. We appreciate your support in tonight's program. We're going to go ahead and take a very brief commercial, non-commercial break. When we come back, we'll be probably taking some of your calls and more. This is the Black Channel.
When you visit MrBTheTeacher.com, you can get a copy of his award-winning book, Guidelines for the Successful Student. While you're there, grab one of his newest tunes along with fun and educational lyric videos.
Never give up, don't worry, never give up, study. In order to
times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times swap names, he, she, they, and we. Simplify the daddy's advice as the father and guide. Money multiplies and shares on what they buy.
You can also acquire his tutoring services via varsitytutors.com or tutor.com. If you wish to speak to Steve Burgess directly, you can do so through MrBTheTeacher.com.
The Honey Badger and the Mongoose is a children's story for the family of how a honey badger and mongoose fight an evil alliance of venomous cobra snakes and hyenas that overhauls the balance of the savannah. The Big Five. The honey badger demands reparations. Will the Big Five give the honey badger reparations? Can the evil alliance of cobras and hyenas be stopped? The best new price for the hard and soft cover is at www.thehoneyBadgerandthemongoose.com. You can also find this book at Amazon, Audible, and Kindle.
Order yours today to experience all the benefits of Ash Kickin' Body Butter. With skin so smooth and soft, you'll thank us for it. Shop Ash Kickin' online. That's ASHKICKIN.com.
Hi, this is Brenda Starr, creator of Poetry with a Purpose and author of the book Pressed But Not Crushed. Pressed But Not Crushed is an anthology of political poems that address current and historical issues in American descendants of slave population and African American population. The book describes slaveries and its residuals, Jim Crow segregation, social depredation, and other relevant issues to American descendants of slaves and African Americans, including the current political climate that does not address our issues.
This is the Black Channel. I am your host, your brother, your humble servant, the Black Authority. Very glad to be with you all here this evening. We're going ahead and throw the Zoom link here. I know we're checking in a little bit late here tonight. A lot going on. YouTube has been messing with things. Now, we're not buffering, but YouTube's been messing with some things here on last night's program. So the Black Strikes Back. We appreciate all of you joining us here tonight. Shout out to my man, Mr. Richburg. Thank you very much for your support, brother. We appreciate that here tonight. To Glennis, thank you very much for your support here as well. Shout out here to Charlotte and everyone else here. I appreciate that as well. Also here, we've been talking about the fact that Fani Willis here, she has been ordered to pay $54,000 to attorneys for one of Trump's co-defendants there who blew the lid off of her affair with Nathan Wade. So The receipts are coming back in. The bills are being dropped. The judge told her she got 30 days, y'all. 30 days just in time for income tax returns. Fani Willis is going to be $54,000 them things lighter. Let me tell y'all right now, if I told you you had to pay me $5,400, you'd be upset. If I told you you had to pay me $5,400, you would be upset. When I tell you you got to pay $54,000, you like, what the hell is this? Everybody knows that if you're going to pull insurance fraud, you ask for just a little bit of money. You don't ask for a lot. If you're going to pull insurance fraud, you ask for a little bit. On the slip and fall artist, I need about $5,000. I need $5,000 or $10,000. The insurance company just throw that. The insurance company would rather just go ahead and pay your fraudulent little claim than to go to court for it. You go to an insurance company and tell them, I need to get $54,000. They're like, we'll see your ass in court, nigga. Can't y'all just throw a check? Look here, you still got your arms and legs. We'll see your little goofy ass in court. We are not going to just give you $54,000. I don't care if it's State Farm, Progressive, Allstate. They ain't going to just give you $54,000. You better lawyer up and prove something. Okay, so if a multi-billion-dollar insurance company's like, we ain't got $54,000 to throw around. We are not going to just throw $54,000 around. And Fani Willis is being told, look here, you got to unask that. You got 30 days to drop 54 G's. Now, y'all know what she's doing right now. She getting real nervous because she's like, oh, hell, they patting them pockets down. She's like, I'll be damned. Trump been in office for 2 months and they already patting Fani Willis's pockets down. I mean, they're like, look here, Trump in the White House, baby. So let me see what you got back in his back pocket right quick. What you got? Hold on, baby. Let me look this wallet right quick. All right. American Express Platinum card. Oh, good. Let me swipe about 54 G's off this card right quick. Let me get that. You all do know that there's been multiple complaints made against her, right? What? Oh, yeah. One more brief reminder. You do know that there have been multiple complaints made, right? It's not like there's just one complaint that's been made, people. It's not like there's just one. So you do understand that if this is how the judge ruled on one and said, baby, you got 30 days to make good on this, you do understand that, she's looking around talking about, what about all them other things they done complained about? How about the other complaints that have been lodged? Y'all know she's sitting up saying, I'll be damned. If you ever imagine going to traffic court and the damn judge be bringing you back every 60 days.
Damn.
I don't give a damn what the fine is. You like, this nigga on a mission if he bringing me back every 60 days. Oh, I see the strategy here. We gonna break them pockets. We ain't found nothing to lock you up for just yet, but we gonna break these pockets. We gonna do this. So Fanny's sitting there right now. Y'all, she calling Nathan Wade. She calling DJ Deuce. She calling her daddy. She calling everybody. Fani Willis is going to start taking out payday loans.
And deal with it.
If they keep this up, Fanny going to start taking out some payday loans. If anybody sees Fani Willis's Mini Cooper pulled up at the Ace check cashing in Atlanta, if anybody sees Fani Willis's Mini Cooper pulled up at Ace check cashing over there on Peachtree, if y'all see her at the check cashing store down there by Burlington's Coat Factory, just take a picture on the sneak and let us know. It's like, Fanny having to take out a damn payday loan to patch this together. Fast Man said, Mr. Black, any bill in the mail that costs more than $500 give me anxiety. My trucks and motorcycles don't even cost that. If someone say I owe $54,000, yes, someone might just get some hands. Well, you say it'll be cheaper to fight this nigga. It'll be cheaper to just squabble up on them. $54,000? And you're not even purchasing anything?
Damn!
Folks, imagine paying $54,000 just to stay free. You already free. You're going to have to pay $54,000 to stay free. You're paying $54,000 and you're not buying anything. Here, pay this $54,000 and you're not buying anything. You're not getting any products. You're not getting no services. You're just getting taxed. This is just a tax. $54,000. And you know it's trouble coming threes. Yes, sir. This rate right now, y'all, let me tell you right now, it's going to be Fani Willis, Keisha Bottoms, and Letitia James starting the OnlyFans.
Auntie, chill.
If these folks start patting all them pockets down, it's going to be Fani Willis and Letitia James and Keisha Bottoms. They're going to have to break out the OnlyFans. Kamala Harris, too, damn it. Kamala Harris, too. I don't think that book going to work out so well. Just the four of them. Hey, look, y'all. I mean, if Cash Me Outside, she done made a few million. It's chicks making millions on OnlyFans. So I'm just like, hey, don't rule it out. Hey, Fanny, don't rule it out. I'm not telling you to go. I'm just saying, baby, don't rule it out. Break glass in case of emergency. Shake ass in case of emergency. I'm not advising you to go. I'm just saying leave your options open. Leave your options open because by the time Trump and friends get through, that law license might not be worth nothing. So I think at least you and Letitia James, I mean, I know y'all done seen better days, but trust me, the shock factor alone, is the internet gonna blow up and melt down for at least a couple days. It's gonna blow up and melt down for at least a couple days. Look, folks, somebody better come up with some answers. Ain't nobody throwing no dollars at Andrew Gillum.
Damn!
Come on now. Ain't nobody Joe Biden tried to slip a little change to Stacey Abrams. We all see how that went.
Nigga, please!
And Joe Biden tried to slip a few dollars to Stacey Abrams. We all saw how he said, look here, I can break you off a little bit of this $2 billion. You can get about 10% of that. Okay, we all saw how that went. Folks, money is tight out here right now. Money is tight. Money is tight, y'all. Lori Lightfoot is being a damn CPA auditing the books in Dalton up there in Illinois. She's moonlighting as a damn accountant. Come on, y'all. Andrew Gillum, y'all ain't seen him nowhere. He's probably in a gay club somewhere swinging on the pole.
Damn!
He's probably working the pole somewhere at the gay club in some place. I'm just saying, hey, Andrew, do what you do. I ain't mad at you. Do what you do. Y'all ain't heard nothing from him. What do you think's happening? Come on now. Niggas got to eat. So somebody better look out for him. Somebody better got to look out for him. So, hey, somebody better have a plan B. Someone needs a plan B. Because right now, it ain't looking so great over there. Listen, people, they hit Fani Willis with the damn fine. If they hit Letitia James with the fine, them hoes better go get them some thongs from the pink store.
And deal with it, nigga.
I ain't lying. If you see another between Fani Willis, Alvin Bragg, and Letitia James, if any one of them ends up with a fine or any sort of indictment or something, they better go and buy them a damn G-string from Victoria's Secret or Fredericks of Hollywood, because I see a pattern forming, and it ain't good. I see a pattern forming, and it's not gonna be good. So I'm like, yeah, y'all better take a damn hint. Y'all better take a hint. If I see one more of you getting any sort of scrutiny from the government, I suggest y'all take a hint. Oh, this isn't going to end well. I suggest you wiggle that booty meat now, because if you go to prison first, I'm like, oh, you might be in there for 3 or 5 years, baby. There ain't going to be nothing nice when you come out. I suggest you wiggle it while they can still get some dollars. Don't wait until after the expiration date. Don't do that. I know you worrying about what Nathan Wade gonna think. His ass might be in prison next to you, so I suggest you think a little bit less about him, a little bit more about yourself. Somebody needs to give them some objective advice. Someone needs to give them some objective advice. I don't think anybody is leveling with them. I really don't think anyone is. Folks, they're trying to act like, oh, this is an anomaly. Oh, it ain't going to be that bad. Or have you seen what the hell? Do you see they put Steve Bannon in jail? They tried to put Rudy Giuliani in jail. They tried to put Trump in jail. Do you think he going to take it easy on none of y'all? I told you they don't have any reason to hold back. The gloves is off. So if they can get you, they're going to get you. No, I am not advising people. No, I'm not advising that they get a G-string. I am simply saying you might want to keep them folks on speed dial. You might want to keep them folks on. You might want to let the Sheen people know. You might want to keep that account open with the Sheen people. Fanny, I'm not telling you get a G-string, but if you ain't looked at the Sheen website, the Fenty website, you might want to go take a little peek through there. Might be something can fit you, and just keep this in your back pocket just in case funds get low. Keep this in your back pocket just in case them funds get low. You might not be in a position to work at that time. So just in case funds get a little low, you want to have the option. I didn't say you have the obligation, but you definitely want to have the option of making that move if you need to. Letitia James going to be the little square heifer. Now, Keisha going to be like, girl, there ain't nothing to it right there. Keisha going to be showing them some moves. And y'all know Keisha know her way around the pole. Letitia James, big awkward ass. Can y'all imagine Letitia James trying to jump up on the damn pole?
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Yeah, but that's going to be weird. Keisha Bottom's going to be trying to teach Letitia James how to spin around on the pole. It's just going to be weird. Fanny's the little one, so Fanny might make it, but Letitia James, big awkward ass? Oh, no. Like, what do the big awkward chicks do at the strip club? I'm trying to figure it out. What does the big awkward girl do at the strip club? The heifer that don't know how to walk in heels? What does she do? Some of my fellas who go to the strip club, tell me, what does the big awkward one do? We know what the little short ones do. Like, they can stand on their heads. The little short ones can stand on their heads. What does the big, awkward, funny-built heifer do? What does she do? Like, does she just walk around? Does she just, let her feet hang off the stage? What does she do? Big Odie said bust tables.
Damn!
Big Odie says they bust. Charm said they hang out in the DJ booth.
And deal with it, nigga.
Sal said bartend. Sal said the big awkward ones have to bartend. I'm just saying, she better take some hints. She better take some hints. She better take some tips. It'll be too damn late. By the time the subpoenas show up, it's too late, y'all. Like Diddy wanted to start selling his assets after the subpoenas showed up. Folks, that's not the way it works. Hey, people, I'm just letting y'all know some real talk tonight. Niggas want to get their money together after the subpoenas show up. That's not the way that works. If you gonna get that money set aside, you got to do that before the subpoenas show up. You can't wait until, we got served. Let me start selling assets. Man, ain't anybody gonna let you sell nothing. Oh, now I'm in trouble. I better start liquidating some things. The judge you can't sell nothing. Let me get them bank accounts too, by the way. If that bank account you got, let me hold that. I'm not going to defend myself and take my bank account here. So, folks, you can't wait until after the man done indicted you. to start talking about liquidating things and getting liquid and getting some money. You got to do that beforehand. So I'm just telling you, if these goofy ass broads wait until they start getting indicted and, let me get my money together. I hope Fannie don't think that Nathan Wade gonna come swinging to the rescue. Nathan is not gonna do that. I hope Fannie does not believe that Nathan, the jump off Wade, is gonna come help her. My nigga Nathan is not thinking about how to pay your bills, baby, through that court case there. It's going to be every man for himself if that breaks down. So I hope she's not thinking that her sex game was good enough for that. All the women listening, no, I'm not being hyperbolic tonight. There's not a single female in here who caught an indictment that the man was sitting up here like he'll be sitting at the jail, during the trial for you, but he's not trying to figure out how to pay $1 million. He's not trying to figure out how to do that. I got a few females listening to me right now tonight. Y'all done caught some cases. That dude was gone. I don't give a damn who it was. There's not a single female in here who caught a case where she was looking at years and she's like, well, Jason, he sat by me the whole time right there. My man held it down. This man, look here. As soon as you got that indictment, you're like, ooh, what we gonna do? Baby, I need $100,000 for defense. This man, you have never heard a female say that she had a court case and she needed $100,000 for defense and her man started working overtime. Baby, I needed $100,000. He got a second job. I have never heard that story related. That story has never been related in the history of human beings. I've never heard of a female talking about she was facing a felony case and her man started working a second job to help pay for the legal bills. They took my assets, so my man started working double time to pay the bills and make sure he could. Man, look here. Y'all know as soon as that happened, they took our stuff. Baby, can you plea bargain? Can you make a plea? I know an attorney can help negotiate the plea bargain. He's not trying to figure out how to pay your $300,000. Y'all talking about fighting the feds? That's going to be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Nobody's trying to do that. So, no, I am being practical. I am being practical. If it come down, y'all know, folks, Nathan Wade left his own damn wife to be with Fannie.
And deal with it, nigga.
Come on now. People, didn't Nathan Wade cheat on his wife with Fani Willis? So he had a wife and children, and he left them hanging so he could go be the sneaky link with Fani Willis. And you think that's the dude who's going to pay her legal bills if it all comes down? You think that's going to happen? If they take her assets and freeze her bank accounts, do you think the fella who cheated on his wife and left his kids to come be the sneaky link with Fani Willis, you think he's going to be, well, you know what, baby, I'm down with you right now? Y'all think that's the way the phone call's going to go? Yeah, baby, I left my wife and I left my kids, but I'm really standing by you, baby. I'm 10 toes down for you, baby. Oh, you think that's what's going to happen? You think that's going to occur, or do you think Nathan's going to be like, hey, I need to find me a hoe who's free?
Damn!
I need to find me a chick who ain't looking at 10 years. Do you think he's going to try to figure out how to stand by Fannie, or you think he's going to be like, I'm on to the next? I'm on to the next. No, Nathan Wade is not trying to figure out how to take care of that. Nobody else is. Y'all know how it is, y'all. You got to do your own living, you got to do your own dying, and you got to do your own time.
And deal with it, nigga.
Those are the 3 rules of life you better understand, especially if you black. You have to do your own living. The only person who can, when it's time for you to be born, you got to do that yourself. You got to do your own living. When it's time for you to die, can't nobody else die for you. I ain't ready to die. Can I get this fellow over here to die for me so I can keep it? No. You got to do your own living. You got to do your own dying. Oh, and you got to do your own time. Nobody else is going to volunteer to do your time for you. The system might grab the wrong person, but that's by mistake. Ain't nobody, you have never in the history of jurisprudence heard somebody come on. Hey, fella, I know they just gave you a life sentence. I'll do it for you, though. You go home to your wife and your kids. You go home to your family. You go back to them streets. I'll do your life sentence for you. Yeah. I'm just a random stranger. I just thought the love of Jesus. I'm gonna do your life sentence for you. Y'all show me where that fella at. And I've seen some people say that in court, but they didn't really think they was gonna do it. I'm telling y'all right now, they didn't really think that was gonna happen. They knew full well, like, it looks good to say that, Your Honor, I forgive him, but if you're gonna sentence him, then I would like to do his time. I'll be damned if the judge said, all right, good. Y'all know how that goes. The little so-called Christian folk I've seen a few cases where that happened. Your Honor, I just want to know the testifies. If you're going to sentence him, then I will do his time for him. The judge said, all right, bailiff, grab him. He going to do the time. The fella going to be like, what? The fella going to be like, what? Wait a minute now. I was just trying to put on the show. No. You put them leg shackles on. He's going home. You going to prison. Wait a minute now. I want to see how that episode of Court TV goes. I would like to see somebody actually make good on that. Can y'all imagine catching up with them? 5 years later, you catch up with them? Like, niggas who did the crime, they be looking rough after 2-3 years. Now imagine that you challenged the damn judge to send you to jail for somebody else. And he said, you know what? Everybody usually say that it's a symbolic thing, but this time, you know what? I got the power to do that. Okay, I'm letting him go. You're going to do serve his time for him. So, bailiff, grab his ass. He's trying to run away. Wait a minute, hold on. I was just being symbolic. No. Get your ass back up in there. You're going to do this 10 years. Be like that movie Shot Callers. You done went up in there. You used to be square. Now you got tattoos. He's bunked up with the damn Aryan Brotherhood. Yeah, you thought you was being the righteous youth pastor. Now you bunked up with the Aryan Brotherhood and the skinheads and all right. Somebody was on Zoom. I think they're playing on Zoom, y'all. I think they're playing on Zoom. I'm not sure what's going on. I think they're playing on it. It's okay, though. So like I say, just one of these times, I wish the judge would do that. The next time somebody gets in the court talking about, Your Honor, I know he's guilty, but, the Lord spoke to me, and I feel it's the Christian thing to do. So, sir, to set the captive free, I forgive him for his crime against my family, sir. And if you're going to sentence him, I would do the time in his place. Oh, I promise you that would only happen once. Oh, folks, if people knew you said them go say that, oh, if people knew that would actually happen, oh, that's only going to happen once. That's only going to happen one time. Oh, it'll make international headlines. Y'all, we were all angry when Floyd Mayweather slapped his lawyer on the rear end and the judge talking about you in contempt of court, we locking you up. We were all upset when that happened. Now imagine asking the judge, I would like to do his time in my place. And especially they send you someplace like Rikers. Damn. Oh, I'll be damned. You ain't never been to jail before. You never been to prison before. Everything you see about prison is on TV. So you think you're going to be bunked up with some cool niggas or something like that? I'm going to be in here with, Bebop and, you think you'll be in there with like Zeus Lister or like everybody's like Ice Cube in prison? You've been watching, The Wire? You've been watching The Wire and Oz? So you're like, okay, I could do some prison time because you've been watching The Wire and Oz and Shawshank Redemption. You done watched the Shawshank Redemption about 20 times. I could do some time. I could do that. You think you're going to be locked up with damn me Morgan Freeman. That's what you tell yourself. If I ever had to go to prison, well, my cellmate to be Morgan, man, look here. Like, they think they're going to be locked up with Dave Chappelle. You think Dave Chappelle going to be your bunkmate or like Richard Pryor going to be your bunkmate? They put your ass in there with a 400-pound nigga doing 5 life sentences? What? Cyberdyne said Riker's Redemption. Tony Perfect said Prison Break. I'm just saying, y'all. Just, don't ask for it. Don't ask for it. And can y'all imagine Fani Willis's little soft, succulent ass in prison? What? Oh, man. Can y'all imagine Fani Willis's little soft, succulent ass? What's going to happen to that hair, y'all? Oh, what's going to happen to Keisha Bottoms' hairdo if she go down? Now, Tisha James, oh, she'll fit right in prison.
And deal with it, nigga.
Oh, Tisha James will fit right in. Tisha James will fit right in. She gonna be the cell boss up in there. Who gonna try her? Yeah, Tisha James will fit right in. Fanny, you gonna have a rough time. Keisha, you too cute. She might be able to marry somebody in prison, but Fanny, it's gonna be rough on Fanny. Fanny, she's a little too soft and succulent. She's a little too soft and succulent. I can't imagine her getting to prison. She get up in there, it's gonna be a rough ride. It's gonna be a rough ride for Fanny. She gonna be calling up Nathan Wade. You know good every time he calls. You have a phone call from Fulton County Jail from Nathan, you know good nigga, Fani Willis. Oh, can you imagine his voicemails when she get done? You know, what they say in jail, you're not supposed to call people to make threats. If you do, they cut the phone call off. Yeah, you're not supposed to call people from jail to make threats. If you do, they cut the phone call off. And Fanny's case, you know good nigga, you let me hang. She got a call back like every 5 minutes because they keep hanging up the phone because she keeps cussing Nathan Wade out. Because he didn't help her with the trial and he's not coming to see her. And old Tisha James, she just gonna take it as it come because she know ain't nobody gonna miss her. Ain't gonna be no sunshine for her big ugly ass. So it's wherever she go, that's just gonna be it. She know ain't nobody gonna miss her. It would be like Tarana Burke doing time. Tarana Burke knows ain't nobody gonna miss you. So now Keisha, she'll be the one. Folks gonna wonder what happened to her. Folks gonna wonder what happened to her. But as far as Letitia James, man, you gonna forget she even went. Fani Willis, that's gonna be the rough one. Fani gonna come out with tattoos on her ass. Damn. I don't know who the female prison tattoo artist gonna be for Fani Willis, but she gonna come out with tattoos on her ass. And it's gonna be rough when she come out. She gonna lose some weight though. Oh, she gonna come out fit. She's gonna come out svelte, y'all. She gonna come out looking like MC Light. Fani Willis gonna come out looking like MC Light. She gonna be svelte when she come out of there. Fani Willis gonna have abs. After she did them 3 to 5 years, Fani gonna come out with abs, y'all. Not that I'm hoping it gets that far along. I'm not hoping it gets that far along. I'm just saying, if it does, don't say I didn't warn you. If it does get that far along, don't say I didn't warn you. But I can see something like that happening. I can see something like that happening. I'll be damned. Can you imagine Letitia James and Brandon Johnson in the same damn prison?
Damn! Nigga, please.
Oh, man, there's a sight. I know you're not going to be able to get that vision out your heads now. Oh, could you imagine Brandon Johnson in prison?
Damn!
Man. Oh, can y'all see Brandon on day one? This big scared nigga walking down the cell block. Fresh off the bus, they ain't doing nothing but whistling to his ass. Oh, man. Folks, somebody needs to say it. I'm just saying what you all already know. Can y'all imagine Brandon Johnson's big ass in prison? Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, I bet you he looks younger when he shaves. Oh, I bet you he look about 10 years younger when he shaves. They talking about Fleece Johnson for him. Oh, Fleece gonna get back up in there, yeah. Yeah, Brandon gonna rep the LGBT for real. Oh, boy, if Brandon runs into any of them trans he was talking to there previously. What? Oh, if he runs into any of them. Oh, boy, the jailhouse about to rock. The jailhouse is gonna rock. Hell yeah. All they gotta do is threaten Brandon, y'all. Brandon gonna be like, hey, you ain't even got no Gucci towels up in here.
And deal with it, nigga.
Yeah, Brandon's like, hey, wait a minute. Y'all ain't even got no moisturizer up in here. I can't do no time. They don't have any moisturizers. They don't have any Egyptian cotton socks. Y'all know full well Brandon Johnson is that nigga on the first 48 flipping on everybody. As soon as the police march him up in there, he's sitting up there just pacing in the room. He's waiting for the damn detectives to come in so he can tell them everything everybody did. He doesn't even want to go back to the holding block at the jail, much less go to prison. Oh, Brandon just gonna be... He gonna break on contact. You know, like there's some stand-up dudes that you can tell they'll do some time, you know. There's some dudes you can tell it's like, all right, this nigga gonna do some time. Like Eric Adams. Eric Adams will do some time. He was a cop. He looked like he would do some time. Brandon Johnson, oh, that nigga flipping right out the gate. As soon as they threaten him, he flipping right out the gate. He gonna tell them everything they want to know and a bunch of stuff they didn't even ask. He gonna tell them everything they wanted to know and a bunch of things they didn't even ask about. He just gonna be telling. He's gonna start from second grade and move forward.
Damn!
He gonna have niggas getting arrested from 72 back in elementary school. He gonna tell them anything they want to know. You can look at him and tell that's not a stand-up. With that weird-ass haircut, that ain't no stand-up dude. That is not no stand-up dude. He gonna be like, what the hell I'm doing here? I came from the school board. Y'all can tell that right there. It's like if Brandon got your back, you's a goner. Brandon gonna walk in the door talking about what about this plea bargain. So these folks gonna have to stick together. They better take some advice. I'm giving it to them free. The time to be formulating a strategy is not after you done got your indictment. Fani Willis done hit you for 54 G's. You better hope ain't nothing else coming, because I'm telling you right now, if they hit you with another one, if they say anything, if your name comes up again, baby, they on a mission. They're not going to stop till they get you. They are on a mission. If your name comes up again, if your number comes up again, if anything else happens to you, you all know this. They're on a mission, and they're going to keep coming till they get you. And you might have company. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here tonight. I want to thank everyone, and I do mean everybody who's contributed to support tonight's program on PayPal, Super Chat, Venmo, my man, Fats Man. Thank you very much for your support tonight. We appreciate that. Sir Shy, Raven Allen, Cloudness, thank you very much for your support as well. Tony Gordon, E-Rock, thank you very much here. If you are new here to the Black Channel, welcome to the Haven of Intelligent Black Thought. We do this every weekend, holidays, some days in between. Click that red subscribe button. Click that yellow notification bell. Join us each and every time that we're here. If you haven't been to our website, blackchannelfilms.com, go check out our groundbreaking best-selling documentary work, blackchannelfilms.com. That is blackchannelfilms.com. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to tonight's program, live or recorded. Thank you all for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And this concludes tonight's broadcast of the Black Channel. I am your host, your brother, your humble servant, the Black Authority. And until next time, my brothers and my sisters from around the world, remember, black is the future, and the future is uncompromising.